Alright. Hello, minions. It is time to work. You gotta work. Oh my god, I got a lot of shit. I need to build a chest. Step 1, build chest. Step 2, yeah, we'll build the temporary hovel first. I want to flatten this down. So how goes it, folk? What, you're not going to answer me just because you know I can't hear you? That's kind of rude. I see how it is. What? Why are you following me, pigs? Alright, let's dig off the front. Let's just take this off for now. Alright. So, I probably should have taken a second to think about something to talk about while I'm doing this banal construction, but I didn't. So, we're going to have to talk about something on the fly. I don't know, what's worth talking about right now? Oh, I have my crafting table already. Ugh! This is going to be such a pain. Give me that. And of course I get easily distracted, so you know how it is. Alright. Get that boat out of here. Oh, which... That's that map. Okay. And Boom's online, so let's check our other map to see where he's at. Oh, there he is. Out wandering in the desert. Don't need this. I should probably make a bed to set my spawn out here. Oh, come on. Give me all that. Give me all that stuff. I also should block that so I can make a door. Doesn't matter because I'm going to cheat anyway. But, you know. Bed. Crap, I don't have any planks. And so yeah, we've been playing a little bit of Minecraft on the Xbox, which is, man, it's old school. They incorporated some of the newer elements into it as well, but it is still mostly like beta 1.6. There's no sprint, no pistons, pork chops don't stack. There's no hunger bar. And you guys may have seen this in a video. I don't know, I may be redundant. But, you know, I got to talk about something. There's no hunger bar, so you have to eat to replenish your health. Which, talking the other day with a buddy of mine, we were kind of like, you know what? I almost kind of miss those days because it made it simple. You didn't have to worry about starving to death. But without auto-regenerating health, things are a lot more difficult. Because you can't just step around a corner, you know, and take a break. You know, because you won't regenerate health unless you have food on you. And since pork chops don't stack, you can't carry a lot of food with you. I mean, I think I haven't I haven't made bread yet, but if I remember, I think bread's stacked. So that would be a more compact way to you know, transport food. But starting out, it's just all unstacked pork chops, which is annoying. I don't know why I filled that part back in. Yeah, put that there. I don't want this to get too carried away. The idea, I need to build a furnace so that I can smelt some smooth stone for the aesthetics. It's our house. It's going to be kind of all about aesthetics, you know. What are we talking? What do you think about it? What? Interesting that he asks that while I'm in the middle of talking about it. It's strange readjusting to the older version, which is a good summary of what it's like playing Xbox Minecraft. It really is the older version of Minecraft, and man, this is already bugging me. I think this is as big as I need for now for starting construction, so I might as well at least let it look okay. Let's get some of that out of here. But it's not bad. Not if it's not on peaceful. The mobs would tear her apart. The like I said, with the aforementioned health system, it is brutal. Or true. You know, if you know how to spell. I obviously don't. Alright, one more piece for the front. But it's a good effort. I don't know, considering that it costs roughly as much as the PC version. It's 1,600 Microsoft points. It's just $20. And I think Minecraft right now is like something like $21, $22. I don't know what it is. I think it's still in euros or pounds or something like that, so there's a conversion. But when the parity of cost is the same, I mean, there's a convenience with playing on the console and on your, you know, on your couch. You know, it's convenient. You don't have to worry about having a good computer because despite being so simple, Minecraft is surprisingly resource intensive. I mean, you've got to have a decent computer to get some good frame rate out of it, especially if you're going to do, you know, do I even have mine normal? Yeah, these far draw distances. You know, it's got to be a little beefy, and that's not because the graphics are overwhelming. It's because, without trying to be too like offensive about it, Minecraft isn't coded by professionals. It's coded by indie people, by guys as a hobby. So it's just not the most professionally coded software, and that becomes even more obvious when you consider that it's all written in Java. And my current career, my profession, is I'm a software engineer. I am for lack of a better description within this context, I am a professional Java coder. And I haven't taken an in-depth look at the decompiled code for Minecraft, but I have looked at some of it. And my buddy, who I told you about, made the water mod to fix the water glitch. He has taken an in-depth look at it, and needless to say, there are some, I don't want to say deficiencies. I'm trying to not sound too elitist and dickish, because I'm not the world's best Java coder. You know, just because it's my job doesn't mean I'm the best at it, and I'm not. But it's just, I don't know. There's a lot of little bugs and idiosyncrasies about Minecraft that are kind of a product of the engine, for lack of a better word, Minecraft is built on, not being, you know, extremely well designed. I mean, when you think about Minecraft starting out, it really was, you know, Notch, like, coding it by himself. Like, when it kind of blew up, and, you know, there's many aspects that contributed to it, but basically when CNanners did his first video on Minecraft, and then, like, Minecraft got, like, million sales, like, he started hiring new people because he just got so rich. I recently got a one. Oh yeah, I need to build a grinder when I get back. But But anyway, yeah, Minecraft could definitely be better. I'm curious how much they kept, the Minecraft on Xbox kept of the original source code, because most console, as far as I'm aware, like most game console, or most console game programming, and most game programming in general is typically done in, from my understanding, and I haven't done much or any of it, is C++. Just because it gives you more fine-tuned control over memory, and that allows you to get more out of less hardware. Less important, like on a console or on a platform like the PC, which Minecraft is designed for, because make a stone pressure plate. Because you can require people to have more memory, better processors. You can use higher system requirements to make up for inefficient programming. But on consoles, to get that, the reason that a console game, like on Xbox, the reason that the games coming out this year look so much better than the games that came out the first year the Xbox was out, is because coding like that, when you have to be so careful about resources, is non-trivial. And so when they, develop over the course of, years, what's Xbox in now? 7, 8 years, something like that. You get better at it, and then you get better results. So, but whereas like on the PC, a game can be like, oh, it has these enormously high system requirements and this, that, and the other. Well, sometimes that may be necessary, but I think you'll find that a lot of times that's just because writing code that's more efficient for the hardware is more difficult. And no judgments. I mean, you got budgets and time constraints to worry about, so that's kind of stuff that happens. You build an engine, and then you develop it over time. You evolve it and make it better. And most code is iterative. It should be anyway. If you're going to make a software system, any piece of software, you're going to iterate over it. You're going to get better as you go. You're going to make a first version, and then you're going to improve it and find other stuff to improve. Same thing with game design, but since Minecraft is in Java instead of, in something like C++, I'm curious how on the Xbox they ported it over, because I'm not going to say they couldn't run Java on the Xbox. I'm sure they could, but I don't think it's designed to run that way, and for it to be more efficient on the hardware, I'm assuming, which is always dangerous, that that they ported it over to some sort of C++, or I don't even know what Microsoft code is, if they're doing some sort of like C# or some .NET framework language. I've never really bothered to look into it. Although I guess it would be probably what they use on the XNA when you can develop games for the Xbox Live Indie Games Marketplace. But like I said, I've never looked into that. So I'm just curious what they did for the code. I'd be interested to see. My point being, I've seen fewer oddities in the Xbox version. There are still some bugs that were in the game engine, but of course they take the logic from the game code, right? They got Notch's code and at whatever beta 1.6, and they went from there. So there are some bugs that carried over from Minecraft, just because they're logical bugs. But some of the network stuff, like playing multiplayer with Pip when she's on her console. I mean, local multiplayer is a little different, but when she's on her console, I mean, you don't see any kind of the server strangeness you see on this. And yes, my multiplayer server's in Pennsylvania, and I'm in Colorado, and some people are in the UK, so that accounts for some of the lag stuff. But the way that the server client framework, if you will, is handled is very strange, because a lot of, and it'll change with the next patch, because they're completely separating the server and client code and basically making single player, local offline multiplayer. I mean, that's how it's going to work, which is, I think, a good idea. But like right now, there's this weird kind of behavior where in single player, when you break the block, your system knows immediately. But here in multiplayer, you're like, You know, I broke this block, I broke that block. And then the game goes and tells the server, hey, he broke these 2 blocks. And then if there's lag or some sort of weird packet loss on the server side, then you'll see blocks pop back because the server's like, no, there's still a block there. And that's where you'll get some of those weird behaviors. You'll go through a door, especially with like a pressure plate, right? Because when you touch a pressure plate, you say, hey, I want a pressure plate. And then it tells the server, hey, I'm pushing a pressure plate. What does that do? And then the server looks and says, hey, that means that door is going to open. But at the same time, your client's like, you stood on that pressure plate, that door's open. So when you walk through it, you know, it's like that door's open on your client. But then sometimes when you get lag, you'll get to like here, and the client will be like, wait, I didn't open that door yet. And it'll throw you back through it. And just some strangeness sometimes on that stuff. But I'm going to stop with my code geekiness. That's where I'm getting carried away. This is probably the most in-depth I've ever talked about anything in one of my commentaries, and it's something that probably 95% of people won't find interesting. I should really start, polling is the wrong word, but asking you guys for what kind of stuff you want me to talk about in my videos for when I'm not talking about anything. And I'm doing mindless stuff. Actually, I'm doing something even less than mindless right now. I'm not doing anything that I want to do. Ooh, Enderman. Okay, please don't kill me, Enderman. But let's get it on. I want an Ender Pearl. Oh, I should have used my looting sword. Oh, God. I did use my looting sword. Good. Woo! Oh, my God. That was a bad time for my sword to break. But also a very good time because it was before he died, and this sword has looting 2 on it. So that pretty much guaranteed me getting that Ender Pearl. If I'd have been lucky, I'd have got more than 1, but yeah! Nope, not yet. Yeah, there's a double. You guys saw it when we were, well, if you guys watched the live stream. All right. Okay. Yeah, there's now a notice board by the mud hut. So, okay. Let's step back and take a look here and then start. Okay. We're going to go... Question is, do we want to center it over this area here? Nice. Now I've got it on video. What? In the butt. How high up do I want to start building the facade of this place? And I actually should be out gathering wood to build the structure of it. Actually, what am I going to build it out of? Oh, all these questions that I need to answer. I don't want to build it out of stone or stone brick. That just has too much of a castle-y, cold look to it. So wood is probably the best option. The question is, do I want to build it out of normal, like oak wood, or birch, or like, you know, jungle wood, this rosewood. Actually, how many do I get out of there? Or, actually, there's a lot of dark pine. It's actually spruce is what they call it in the game. Oh, Scion! That might have a good look. I'm wondering if it'd... how it would blend with the dark wood. You know what? Let's get some spruce and let's just start building pieces of it and see what looks good. Oh man, God, I can't pass up clay. I just can't. Oh my God, do I want to build it out of brick? I've got to get it. I'm going to do it out of brick. I've always wanted to build something nice and big, giggity, out of brick. This is going to be it. I'm going to have to go get some more brick, obviously, but... yeah, we're going to build it out of brick! Fuck it! We'll do it live! Coal, you can stay there. I'll come collect you at a future date. You see, now digging through there, this creates all these gaps, and there's this downward current. That's why, like here, where I didn't dig any blocks up, or there's dug some blocks up here. Didn't dig any blocks up, so you can swim up really fast because everything's a source block. But over here where I move stuff, this water doesn't become a source block, so swimming up is so much slower. And the fix that Scion did would correct that. Come on, Scion. Hook us up, man. When you gonna do that? Give me that. Give me that, piggy. Give me that bacon. Give me that bacon. Sigh. Omicron. Oh, God. Delicious. Nerdiness. Love it. I just swam through nasty down currents. Hate it. All right. What am I? Why did I wander off here? Oh, I was gonna go get wood, giggity. But now I've decided to build that out of brick, so I don't need wood. I need more clay, although I've got quite a bit of clay. Now, every block of clay breaks into 4 clay. 4 clay. Every clay block breaks into 4 clay. And every clay can be smelted into 1 brick. And every 4 bricks can be smelted back into... Oh yeah, because of the new map creator. Yeah, that does make me sad. That'd be nice to have on the console. And they could do it, but then they'd have to go through all the Microsoft certification. And again, because it's console, it's a harder thing to port than it is on a PC, and this, that, and the other. It's too bad. It's too bad. Yeah, Portal 2, now they have the ability to this custom level editor, and so there's going to be all this free community-made content for Portal 2. What was I gonna? Oh yeah, I got to go start smelting some brick. But oh yeah, I was saying that 1 brick smelts into, or 4 brick turn into 1 brick block. So ipso facto, sorry, I'm trying to. If you 1 clay block has a 1-to-1 ratio with clay bricks, or with brick blocks, but you have to go through all these crazy ass steps to do it. Was that confusing enough? Because I didn't fucking speak well. All right, so I've got enough for 4 more furnaces worth here. Let's 1, 2. All right, we'll put this stone away. And we'll build 2 more furnaces. Furni. Do I have? Give me that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I didn't count that one. I'm an idiot. Bloop, bloop. All right. Ugh. Ugh. Get out of my way. All right. Oh, and I need 1, 2, 3. All right. Get in there. Get in there. Get out of my way. Get in there. Boat. Get out of my way. Boat. Get out of my way. We're going to put this here. And put stuff back. So, boats. Connect this back here. Put the most useless shit up here first. So, flowers are useless as much as it pains me. That. It's not useless, but I don't want to use it. There. More clay. This shit needs to be cooked. There. Alright, and I'll hold on to that. Is this the right map? Yep. So, okay, we're making bacon. Making bacon bricks. While we're okay. So while we're doing that, I guess we need to dig up some dirt. The question is, do I want to tear this little... Well, I do want this tree out of the way, just for aesthetic reasons. So let's get that out of here first. We'll start prettying up the region. Getting it ready. Yeah, this is that weird... I wonder if this is still... Remember when that was making... Oh, I guess this was already sand, because the rest of this is turned into sand. But it was just doing block updates. That was weird. That was so weird the other day when it was doing that. As in the last video when we found this place. Anywho, what the fuck? Getting distracted. Making some brick. I need some dirt, but I don't want to... Again, if the landscape out here is looking nice, then I don't want to dig it down just for the sake of the dirt, you know? Ugh. I need to get to a good vantage point. I could always cheat and fly to get a good vantage point, but I'm trying not to cheat as much as I can. This whole area is kind of pretty nice. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that big square block of shit, so let's go dig that down. What else to talk about? I don't know. There's still not a whole lot new going on. I don't know the date for the Battlefield 3 DLC. I am looking forward to that. That'll put some more life back into that game. Not that I'm tired of Battlefield or bored with it by any means, but I don't know. It could use a little more variety and spice, I think, to get me back into it, especially with Minecraft having so much to do. Man, this kind of got an overhang thing going on. Let's cut this down. And then Future Soldier comes out in like 12 days, so that'll be good too. I don't know. I'm just getting a little bit of video game ADD, and always love something new to play with. Giggity. So Future Soldier's really the next big thing. I can't wait for the next episode of The Walking Dead. That was a freaking awesome game. I really want to get, especially after playing The Walking Dead game, because it's on Xbox Live. Well, it's on all the downloadable stuff. You can get it on PC, PS3. But it was really good, and it's made by Telltale Games, and they do, you know, there's story-driven games. They're not about the graphics. They're not about the gameplay. They're about driving a story and making decisions that affect the story. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure video game, which, you know, may not be some folks' deal, but as far as a medium for telling engaging stories, awesome. And they recently made, damn it, a Jurassic Park game that I, especially after playing the Walking Dead game, am now very interested in getting. I need the money. I need the money. You know, having 2 kids in daycare. Man, daycare is expensive. And we go to an in-home daycare. Just love this lady who takes care of our daycare. And we do this in-home daycare. But even it's expensive. I mean, we pay $440 a month per child for daycare. And that's cheap. If you go to like a commercial daycare that's not like an in-home, it's like we're a business daycare, it's probably closer to $1,000 a month. And that is ridiculous. You know, especially if, like me and my wife, we both have jobs. And it gets to the point, it's very close, but not as close as you think, but my wife's a teacher, and teachers are woefully underpaid for what they have to put up with. I can attest for that. I can guarantee you that they're underpaid for what they have to deal with, even though they get like 3 months off a year. That said, with my wife being on a teacher's salary, we are, you know, we kind of have to crunch the numbers. Like, is it cheaper for you to work and us pay daycare, or for you to stay home and take care of the kids as your job, you know, and save the money that we would pay on daycare? Because if the cost of sending the kids to daycare outweighs the income from your job, which for us it doesn't, it's not even really close, but there are other considerations as well. Gas, you know, related costs for being a teacher. I mean, teachers pay a lot of stuff out of pocket. So you might be surprised to know. But anyway, yeah, it's so expensive, and it seems like having, you know, $30 to buy Jurassic Park when I buy so many other games. Usually, I used to. I don't much anymore. It's just like, man, I really want it, but I've got to try to be responsible because it adds up. $30 here, $20 there. We're gonna go see the Avengers. So no spoilers. We're gonna go see the Avengers next week. Hopefully, I post this within the next week. I may post this after we've already gone and seen it because you know I'm lazy. I am. That's another issue is how much time I have. Money and time. That's what kids cost. Money and time. Absolutely 100% worth it in the end, but definitely not an easy thing to deal with, you know. But anyway, yeah, I would get all the way back after I go on this rant about everything else. I would really love to play that Telltale game, because it's also by Telltale, the Jurassic Park game. I'd love to play that, because, man, do I love me some Jurassic Park. And that would be great to kind of be back in that world. And one of the, you know, it's a minor part of the game, or I don't know if it's a minor part of the game, but it's kind of a bullet note of the game. But one thing I read about it is that it actually gives you an explanation or a kind of an after story for what happens to the canister of embryos that Nedry steals, you know, that he drops in the mud when he gets attacked by the Dilophosaurus. Yeah, I'm nerding out on you. Deal with it. You know, something's going to happen with that. Someone's going to find it or come across it, and you're going to find out what happens to it. And that's just that kind of integration with the movie and getting back into ancillary parts of the story. Being able to move around, you know, Jurassic Park, around Isla Nublar, and kind of explore the park. I mean, I want to do that. I need to get that game. I've got to get it. I'm convincing myself as I'm speaking to you that I must get it. Just entered a new budgetary month for us, for our family budget. So I will have some fun money. But like I said, we're going to the movie next week. Comes out of my fun money. And I'm buying Future Soldier this month, which comes out of my fun money. And that's almost all my fun money. Man, if it was just me and my wife, or even well, yeah, if it was just me and my wife, and we didn't have kids, oh, the expendable income. I can't even imagine. But instead, we have a car payment on an SUV that we got as a practical family car. We got a little extra luxury in it. You know, we got the satellite navigation and the satellite radio, and it's not leather, because leather seats are they like, I mean, they're like a luxury for a car, but the last SUV we had, it was an older one, but we bought it used, but it had leather seats. And is that not the worst idea ever for a car? Because, you know, and especially like when you get leather seats, like one of the options, and our car had it as well, is heated leather seats, which is, I think, sometimes an option. But if you buy the leather seats in a car, I think sometimes it may come with it, especially on higher-end cars. We didn't have a higher-end car. This was a Hyundai, mind you. Our old Hyundai Santa Fe had leather seats. Our new Hyundai Santa Fe does not, because leather seats, what a horrible idea. The leather seat, the seat warmer, is not a luxury item. It's a necessity. Leather gets fucking cold. I live in Colorado. You want to go out and sit on a leather seat in the morning? Fuck that. And then the exact opposite in the summer. Those things get ridiculously hot. God forbid you're wearing shorts and your leg should touch the leather seat in a car that's been in the sun for like 5 hours. Oh my God. You might as well just stand in the seat and drive like a goddamn monkey or something like that. Anyway, don't have leather seats. That's not a luxury that I think is worth having. There's a tip for you guys if you are in the car market and you've never had leather seats. They may seem kind of posh and comfortable if you go into the dealership, but in the real world, don't want them. Do not want them. Nothing really going on in the chat. They must be busily working, as kind of as I am, mindlessly talking about absolutely nothing. But anyway, yeah, expendable income. Yeah, would have it. I want to buy a, you know, this is not my short-term plan, obviously. Got to get money, got to pay off the Santa Fe, which is not going to happen for another 4 years, you know. Oh, God. But when you start thinking in the terms of 3, 4, 5 years before you can do something, you start to realize you're an adult and that that time passing on that magnitude for you to do something really sucks. So in 5 years, I'd like to be able to buy myself a new car that I think would be more of a fun car and less of a practical car. We could trade in our Tiburon, another Hyundai. By the way, this is totally, I'm not, obviously not a paid endorsement. I don't make any fucking money off this stuff. Totally an endorsement of Hyundai. If you want a affordable, reliable car, buy Hyundai. Buy Hyundai after 2003. Before model year 2003, they had issues with oil, sludging in the engine with oil. But since then, Hyundais have gotten very reliable, and they're very affordable. They have an awesome warranty. But the main motivating factor, and I keep getting sidetracked about this, but whenever I talk about Hyundais, I always talk about this, is that the Koreans are extremely competitive with the Japanese. And as everybody knows, or should know, the Japanese make hands down the best automobiles on the planet in terms of reliability and practicality. Toyota specifically, followed closely by Honda. And then up there in those higher tiers are, like Nissan and stuff like that, Mazda. Although brands like Acura and Lexus, which are the luxury brands of Toyota and... Wait, did I say Acura and Lexus? I was going to say respectively, so I needed to preface that what I was saying is correct. Lexus is the luxury brand that Toyota made mostly for the American market. And Acura is the luxury brand that Honda made. But they have similar reliability, being from, the same kind of companies. Not sure exactly why I went into that, other than saying I'm not going to include them when it comes to reliability. After that, Nissan, Japanese cars are just the best. The Japanese are very good at everything, especially technology. Anyway, got sidetracked. What I want to get is a Subaru WRX STI, which, as just so happens to be another Japanese car. Although not necessarily as lauded for its reliability as for its rally roots. But my first car ever was actually a 1991 Subaru Legacy, which is just, I loved that car. It was my first car, and I drove it until basically the wheels came off, almost literally on a couple of occasions. But 216,000 miles before that car, that car wasn't worth it for me to actually go and fix when it kind of stopped working to an extent. But yeah, I fell in love with Subaru. The thing was like, you have to think it was like in the dark ages of aerodynamics. The thing's shaped like a doorstop. I mean, I guess making it wedge shaped, they're like, yeah, sure, this will be aerodynamic, back before cars were getting really round and sleek. But man, I drove the crap out of that car. I abused that car. If I'd have been nicer to that car, it would have gone even further. I must have got it with 160,000 miles on it, and I ran it to 216, beating the crap out of it before, it wasn't worth repairing. So I sold it to a salvage for like $75, which was heartbreaking. And then, the best part of the story, or also similarly heartbreaking if you think about it, a week later, I was driving around in the neighborhood where I lived at the time while I was in college, and it was already in somebody else's driveway. So the salvage place had fixed it themselves and resold it. And so that car is still chugging, 216,000+ miles. So saying that they're not reliable is probably unfair. They probably are. But they don't have a reputation for that as much as they do for being sportier. So yeah, that's what I want, is a Subaru WRX STI. I hope that they stop making the STIs hatchback only. I think it's just been this last model year, and I don't even know if the next model year's already made that decision. I haven't been following it. But not that the hatchback looks bad, but I prefer the look of the non-hatchback. Like the regular Imprezas that aren't the STIs, that are the non-hatchback versions, to me just look a lot better than the STIs. And I want an STI. I want that, I want the higher end. I think that the real good STIs still don't come to America. but I want the best American STI available, you know, with the good 2-liter. Actually, I don't even know if the rally specifications have changed. I think I read that the newest STI is like a 2.5-liter engine, but for so long it was just a 2-liter turbocharged boxer engine because the engine displacement maximum for rally cars was 2 liters plus a turbocharger, which is why the Mitsubishi, many people call it the Evo, but the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution, which is in Evolution 10 right now. I think it'll be Evolution 11 when the Japanese release the next one. But the Evo is the main competitor for that, you know, and they both had, again, I don't know if the rally specification is the same now, so it's still a 2-liter turbocharged engine, but what they can get out of a 2-liter turbocharged engine is ridiculous, and I want one. And it's 4-door sedan, so, you know, I can still sell it off to my wife as the practical car, and definitely want. It's been 42 minutes. That brick is done. Let's go grab this brick, make brick blocks, and then I think we'll call this a good stop. I've been rambling on and on. Ah, shit, am I getting lost here? Come on, map. I'm just going the wrong way. Okay, I want to tear this mountain up too badly. Not too badly, governor. Alright. The good thing is that I know that where that water inlet is where my house is. Or where it's going to be. Oh yeah, they're talking about Scion went to, I don't have my main map with me, but off the southeast edge of our primary map, there's a village there, and Scion's been there building places up and like adding extra quote-unquote houses, doors to spawn more villagers and bring in an iron golem. So, how's the dead in a tree? We do kind of live in, it sounds like trashy places, but yeah. Oh, when he says it like that, it sounds kind of bad. Well, look at that. 4 stacks of clay brick, or of clay, which would be a single stack of clay brick. All of that turns into 1 stack of 64 bricks. So as you can see, there is work to be done to get enough clay to do this. I have quite a bit stored back at the main place, so I may have to travel back for it before I can finish this out. 5, 6. 6 times 8 is 48. 54. Damn it, I gotta do the full 8. Need that mod. What is he saying? Love to see that, Wheezy, but you are never anywhere to be found. Yeah, you'll see in an upcoming video. I took off for the horizon to find a place to call home. So here it is. Wheezy's temporary humbly abode. In the middle of jack all nowhere. Was it yesterday I did this? Yeah, it was. Two nights in a row recording Minecraft. Now if I could just post them 2 nights in a row. I feel like, you know, I'm going to stop justifying the way I post videos because I keep trying to defend myself. I feel like I'm posting too much Minecraft versus this. I haven't posted as much Battlefield, although I have tons of Battlefield videos saved up. But I will post what you guys want to see, so tell me what you guys want to see. As I say in a Minecraft video, so people in Minecraft video, what do you want to see? People who watch my Battlefield videos and Call of Duty videos would be like, I want to see that. But anyway, yeah. Follow me on Twitter. It's easier to interact with me there. And you can tell me out of context things you want to see. All right, you know what? We'll call this good. We got a good start. We got some brick. We're going to build... supposed to be able to click links in chats now, but T. Are you sure you want to open the following website? Do I trust you? Although it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter anyway. Night is falling, which means I'm about to cheat, or am I? But I'm gonna go back into my hovel here. We're gonna call this good, as we said 5 minutes ago. But yeah, as always, hope you guys enjoyed my little hole in the wall, and great things to come. Some fun work to do, and yes, I love all of you. So goodbye. Goodbye, my minions, and I will see you again soon.